this bag with a big chunky chain and it felt like plastic. Like it literally just, the big Medusa head, it just felt like plastic. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. So over the years of my collecting of handbag, crazy collecting, since I was probably, I'm gonna say, maybe the last 5 or 6 years, I've been pretty crazy with the collecting of the handbags, like a little bit out of control. There have been bags that I've considered, but I've never bought them, even though I do like the look of them. And now that I've come to this stage, you know, I'm 33, turning 34 this year, and I have accumulated a lot of bags over the years and sold a lot. There are some things I haven't dabbed in yet, but I think that there are certain bags that I'll probably never buy, to be honest, even though I like the look of them. So the first bag that I'll probably never buy in my whole lifetime is the Lady Dior bag. Now, I think the Lady Dior bag is actually a super classy bag. Like, I even like the look of it just styled with jeans and a t-shirt, which I know is a very boring way of dressing, but I think it can look very like Parisian chic. And of course, Princess Diana made this bag famous, and she's a very stylish fashion icon. So yeah, you can kind of style it in a way that looks very timeless, classic. It can be a little bit elegant looking as well. And there have been times, like I would say a few years ago, where I've considered buying a Lady Dior bag because they actually go for really good deals on the pre-love market. I think in the store now it's like $8,000 for like the small one, which is crazy. I would never spend that much on a Lady Dior. I think that's way too expensive, but you know, each to their own. And yeah, I've seen them for like $2,000, like all this, and I've considered buying one because I feel like, oh, that's a really good deal for a Lady Dior. It's a very cute bag, and I particularly love just like the classic black with the gold hardware. Even there's like artistic ones, which I think are so cool. But what has stopped me from buying it? I think that maybe it's just the overall style. I notice a lot of different YouTubers as well buy this bag and they often regret it for some reason. And I think it's because it's quite structured and feminine. And maybe there's a lot of happening, the quilting, the little charms. And I guess it's also, although you may think you can make it casual, maybe it is just a little bit too dressy. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this bag, although I honestly do like the look of it, I never felt like I want to spend money to buy one. So if I was ever given one, I would most certainly wear it. But I don't think I'm ever going to buy one, honestly, because I think I just like other bags more. And at the time where I was thinking of buying a Dior bag, I think my love of Chanel overpowered that. And I often thought it was more worth it to buy Chanel bags. But now that I'm over Chanel bags as well, yeah, I don't know. Dior has never intrigued me enough to buy it. That being said, I know Jonathan Anderson is rumored to be going to Dior, so perhaps the designs will change and perhaps I'll be more inclined to buy something. I mean, I loved Jonathan Anderson at Loewe, and you know, the puzzle bag or the Studio Ghibli collaborations, and I did buy a few Loewe bags over the years. I mean, we might see a lot of changes at Dior that might lure me in, but I don't know, guys. Probably doubt it. But what do you think, guys? Have you been into Dior? I know it's a brand also that people seem to be more obsessed with, like Chanel and Louis Vuitton and Hermes than Dior. And I know that especially the scandal that happened like last year, conditions of the workers who make the bags and then it getting leaked that it costs 60 euros to make a book tote, I think that put off a lot of people as well. And although it doesn't, to be honest, doesn't really surprise me, yeah, I guess that doesn't really entice me to buy a Dior bag either. Next bag that I probably will never buy, although I do love the look of it, is the Fendi Peekaboo. So many years ago when I started buying designer or wanting to buy designer bags, I made a dream board. And I will say my dream board pretty much came true. I had Oprah's face on it, which is very random, but I was a huge fan of Oprah at the time. And I had like a Nano Speedy, I had a Fendi Peekaboo, I had a Birkin, I had a classic flap. And to be honest, I got most of those bags, except the Fendi Peekaboo I never got. And the Fendi Peekaboo that I first fell in love with, I remember it was like pink and it had these like flowers on it, like encrusted on it. And this is the time when like Fendi Monsters were a thing and the pom-poms. And I've always wanted like the Fendi pom-pom that's like a pineapple. Like I'm still obsessed with that, to be honest. And yeah, there was just that era of Fendi, which I really loved. It was when Karl Lagerfeld was the creative director as well. And yeah, I don't know why, I just thought the Fendi Peekaboo was so cool. However, the Fendi Peekaboo has always been very expensive, and I kind of went on another tangent of collecting Chanel and then kind of getting into Hermes. And since I kind of got into Hermes, I guess I bought a few Kelly bags over the years. I bought like 4 or so Kelly bags, and I've only kept 2. My Kelly 32, and then I have a vintage red Kelly as well, which is gorgeous, but my Kelly 32. And I guess like it's not really similar to the Fendi Peekaboo. The Fendi Peekaboo is a lot more funky, modernized. It's not hand-stitched, or I don't think it's hand-stitched. I think you can get some that are hand-stitched and some that are not hand-stitched. Doesn't matter, but the Fendi Peekaboo as well, it is a better price point to Hermes, especially on the pre-love market. But I guess because I have this like trapezoid kind of style, I probably would never buy the Fendi Peekaboo unless it was one that like really blew me away, or that was like super cool or funky or like limited edition. Probably then I would buy one, because I did see somebody once with a special order or custom, what is it, like a made to order Fendi Peekaboo, and it was like Zucca, but it was like fluffy pink Zucca, and that was really cute. So that's something that like I guess Hermes would never do. It's like Fendi just tends to be a lot more over the top, and yeah, it's just a different kind of style. But I guess with that as well, I also feel like maybe I'll get sick of it. I like how plain Hermes bags are, because I can kind of like funk them up myself with different bag charms and twillies. So that's why I don't think I'll ever actually get a Fendi Peekaboo, as much as I think that they can be real works of art and very cool to look at. Next bag that I'll probably never buy is any bag from the Row. So I actually really like the styles from the Row, but I think that their clothes are gorgeous. Their bags are also really nice. I love the aesthetic. It definitely reminds me of Hermes in a way. I can see where the Olsen twins kind of got their inspiration from with some of the silhouettes as well. However, I think at the certain price point that it is, I would actually just rather buy an Hermes bag, because a lot of the styles that the Row have are very similar to Hermes, and I just feel like I'd just rather buy the Hermes bag because they're handcrafted. They tend to hold the value more. Hermes do better colors as well. The Row tends to be very, very neutral. And as much as I appreciate neutral colors, don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not dissing people who like neutral, but I do really love with Hermes as well that they do these beautiful saturated colors. Oh, also, guys, I had a blood test. Like, just ignore that. The Row, it's just, yeah, they do often do like pops of red, similar to like the Hermes runway. I guess they have like pops of color, but yeah, I think it's just a bit too tame for me to want to buy anything. So I do appreciate the Row. I quite like the 90s bag. I really like the Margot as well, to be honest, although there is a lot of dupes out there. I can appreciate the Margot bag. I love the suede versions and all that as well. And yeah, I don't know, guys. I guess if the Row came to Australia and I got to try on some of the ready-to-wear, maybe I would be like converted. But at the same time, I like this silly stuff like Mofu Sand, and I'm like pretty happy just to wear Uniqlo sometimes. So yeah, I've got like pretty basic fashion sense, and I think the Row, it's very elevated. It's very serious in a way, which I'm not that serious. I can be a little bit too goofy for the Row, I think. So maybe that's why I don't feel the need to spend money on it, right? Another designer brand I don't think I would invest money into in terms of the handbags is Versace. The reason why this is although I love Versace, I mean, I love I love watching 90s Versace runway shows, I will say, and I do love like the printed shirts and just some of those crazy graphics that you can get from Versace, and I do like the style of Versace sometimes. However, actually a few years ago, do you guys remember when they had the Fendi Versace collaboration? I went into the Versace store and I like tried on some of the bags because I was kind of, you know, curious about them because it was very hyped at the time. And I remember feeling some of the hardware on the Versace bags, and there was this bag with a big chunky chain and it felt like plastic. Like it literally just, the big Medusa head, it just felt like plastic. And the chain was just like chintzy. And I just think that like the current day Versace bags feel very cheap. Like it feels like outlet bags. And yeah, just based on that, I was just like completely turned off. So for me, if something feels cheap, even though it's a designer brand, I would just be like, nah, not buying it. So that's the main reason why I don't think I would invest in Versace unless it was like gifted to me. Obviously then I'd be like, yes, give it to me. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's worth the money. But let me know, guys, do you have a Versace bag and how do you rate it? I also don't see many people talk about it on YouTube, so maybe that's, I don't know, like, yeah, I've just never felt like buying a Versace bag. Finally, this might surprise you, and you know, guys, hopefully this isn't the case. Hopefully one day I will have this bag, but the last bag that I don't think I'll ever buy is a Hermes Mini Kelly, and that is because it is very hard to get it from the boutique, and I do not, well, I don't know, guys, like, I guess maybe by chance I might be offered one day because I'll just be like very lucky, like probably that might happen, but I have heard that getting the Mini Kelly is very hard. I know that Amelia Rose Closet recently got a Mini Kelly because she was on a wish list, but I don't know if in Australia we really have the same system of wish list. So in that case, like, I guess if I went on a wish list, maybe I would have a chance, but it is very competitive, particularly in Melbourne, to get such a desirable bag. So for me, just based on that, I will probably never buy one. And to buy it on the pre-loved market costs an absolute fortune. You know, it's like over $30,000. And I don't know if I love the Mini Kelly that much to spend that much money, particularly this year. Maybe my mind will change when I'm like, you know, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years, to be honest. Maybe my mind will change and I'll be like, you know, this is the year of the Mini Kelly, I'm finally going to buy it. But at this stage, at the current pre-loved price and at the current demand that it's at, I don't think I'm ever going to buy a Mini Kelly. Also, to be completely honest, guys, it doesn't really fit anything inside. I have been lucky enough to try on a few Mini Kellys at the Persa Fair, and I've tried fitting a few things inside and they don't really fit very much. Lucky to fit your phone in there. They're definitely just little like accessories to collect if you're an Hermes lover or just a handbag lover in general. So although I would love to have one day, at the current price, or I don't see myself buying one anytime soon. Let's just say that's for sure. But anyways, let me know, guys, are there bags that you absolutely love but you'll probably never buy in your whole life? Or are you somebody who would just buy all of the bags? Because I can appreciate that as well. And to be honest, I have bought a lot of bags over the years. So anyways, thanks for watching my video today. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!